In this video, I'm gonna make a super awesome shoe dryer as I keep getting wet while hiking. It might be a fire hazard, and the material will cost lots more than just buying a small cheap shoe dryer would set me back. I'm just gonna make a rig that will hold a hot air gun, then have some flexible aluminum tubes going down into the shoes. Now for the tower, or what to call it. I'll just use a shelf bracket as support for the beam. That should do it. Now on to the next step. That will keep the exhaust pipe part more steady. Now to stick in the flexible aluminum tube, and this part is a wrap. The tube fits perfectly into the pipe, so no extra work is needed here to connect the two parts. This particular hot air gun only has two settings, 300 and 500 degrees Celsius. I tried it a bit and it's way too hot. It will only destroy any shoes I try to dry. Even if I hold it high above the start of the exhaust pipe, the air is still too hot when it comes out of the tubes. I'm gonna have to go buy one with more adjustable settings. A cheap hairdryer would probably also be sufficient. I bought a new one for 40 bucks. This one has adjustable temperature and airflow, which should make it more suitable for this project. These things I won't be needing. Now let's hook it up to the rig and see how it goes. A problem occurred. The airstream on this hot air gun is so focused, it only ends up going into one of the tubes instead of both. The blue one has a wider airstream, so it goes into both tubes. To fix this, I will have to attach the hot air gun a bit above the exhaust pipe so the stream spreads more before reaching the Y point. That saw sucked. There we go. Even spread of the hot air into both tubes. That should do it. Now let's give it a quick test. This is working great. Nice and warm, but not too warm. Now it just needs a cosmetic makeover and it's done. The rig I'll give a sanding. Burn it some, then give it some rounds of stain with a heavy layer of clear coat varnish as a finish. The exhaust pipe I'll prime and spray with a regular gold spray. This might, however, not work out very well as the pipe can get quite hot after a while, which in return makes the paint burn, melt, or just smoke. Only one way to find out though. A round of clear coat varnish, and this part is a wrap. Now the parts need to dry. Then it's time to give the spray-painted exhaust pipe a heat test. I rushed things a bit and sprayed on too much at once. I'm gonna leave it as it is though, as a reminder not to do that again. I'm starting off at 300 degrees Celsius to see if anything happens to the paint. No action after 5 minutes, so I'm increasing to 500 degrees. After 3 minutes at 500 degrees, the clear coat spray is starting to liquefy slightly. But it's not sliding off, at least not yet. Besides liquefying a bit, nothing happens, and once it starts to cool down, the clear coat hardens again. It ran at 500 degrees for 15 minutes, but I won't even be using more than 200 to 250 degrees tops when using it to dry shoes. A couple of screws to secure the tubes, and it's ready for an actual shoe drying test.
spinning a little.
My shoes are sufficiently wet now. Time to head home and try the dryer. They have dried quite a lot already after 30 minutes. I'll give them another 30 minutes and see how they are after an hour has passed. One hour has passed and they are more or less dry. I'm going to reduce the temperature to 200 degrees and set the fan to the lowest mode. That should be sufficient for the remaining moisture to dry up. After 1 hour and 37 minutes, they are fully dry and ready to be used again. I probably could have set the hot air gun to 300 degrees instead of 250 and gotten them fully dry in an hour too without risking any damage. Rarely do my shoes get this wet, so with normal wetness, they would be dry in no time. This express shoe dryer contraption is a success. Thank you for watching.